So truly, they just want to catch people, wombo combo them as fast as possible. I'm curious to see how elusive Blacklist International can be, because they would prefer smaller, faster skirmishes, especially against the squishier targets, ideally if they can punish Clockhoon early in the game.
And this could actually be bad news for Blacklist if they're not careful, but now we see the first crack right into the AOG on top of Perxiva, and Nikki gonna secure first blood. MP a bit deep there, gonna have to dash out. Blacklist not able to continue.
Hey man, it's the way of the fist. The wombo combos are really dangerous for the side of Evos Esports, and it's actually great that they're abusing the fact that JM Pinkman was allowed to leave that lane goes to show that Veldora was slightly behind on tempo because of that initial combo that he was having. Wait, hold on.
JM Pinkman on top of Nikki. He's able to dash away. Perxiva looking for him as well as Annabelle. A bit too distracted. Outplayed with the dash right in with the heavy crossbow. One last hit. Gonna be able to finish him off in the tier 2 AOG. Cuts him off though. Right into the path of Veldora. And they're gonna punish. It's a gold lane 1-for-1 trade. MP now on top of the turtle. JM still in the backline. Perxiva providing information, but God. Annabelle actually holding aggro because of Veldora's presence. Clockhoon gonna be targeted once again. MP gets the turtle, but they lose in exchange.
Man, a Blacklist International playing like a black mamba here, trying to make sure that they are slithering and finding interesting ways to play.
International, in fact, having Perxiva to help out MP while Outplayed and JM Pinkman were in the back line, slowly taking off their DPS members one by one. Veldora gonna cap Perxiva right into the Spear of Alpha. Raging Sandstorm not gonna save him. Ooh, gonna set up the Death Sonata. Haji picks off in the back line. JM Pinkman now just distracting Evos to make sure that MP is still able to get his buff, is able to secure it. But the mid-tier 1 will fall to Evos Esports as they continue on the pressure.
Alright, now
Nikki and Clockhoon from a potential JM Pinkman died. So their positioning needs to be a little bit safer and maybe a bit more controlled now that Blacklist wants to force them apart from one another.
I think that's why Annabelle has been using the Spear of Alpha and really just pointing it towards Mr. Pinkman here. Let's see how they play this out.
Perxiva is in the turtle pit. Raging Sandstorm flicker lands on Annabelle, but he still gets the turtle in time. Perxiva gonna be able to heal back out. RWM comes out. JM in the backline with Clockhoon and Nikki gonna be eventually picked off by the Sky Piercer. And Evo still keeps everyone alive. Crack going to TP and flickers. Picks off Perxiva. MP gonna trade for Tawny in the backline, but is not able to chase. He's too low on HP. 2-for-1 trade. Death Sonata just barely whiffs as well. Veldora still looking for him. Actually gonna force him off the purple buff as Annabelle continues escorting the Lord down mid.
Oh my goodness, I can't believe that Annabelle gets to live that. He gets GDS, so he's gonna have a little bit more movement speed when he does pop that ult. But for now, you can just see that Evos Esports, as long as the main fighting force is controlling that mid wave, they get to do whatever they want in the jungle.
Oh, a beautiful fist crack at the AOG combo, and Hachi and Perxiva just melt in an instant. Mega kill streak for Nikki. JM, you do not want to be there right now as Blacklist. They're not going to be able to stop this push anymore. It's a 3v5, and Evos are going to get as much as they can with it.
They've got to stop disrespecting the Badam.
In the mid lane, but Veldora has already scouted them out. No flanking here for Blacklist. Annabelle gonna continue controlling the Lord Pit as Tawny is providing vision. You can see that Blacklist, they're just not able to expand outside of their half of the map. JM Pinkman wants to be in the back line, but Evos is watching every angle so well. Death Sonata drops down Hodge, and he's just gone. Nikki gonna be jumped on by AM, but able to flicker out to safety as now Outplayed chases him down, finishes him off. Annabelle not able to pick up MP. Outplayed still going. Wind of Nature comes out, double kill on Clockhood, but will finally be stopped as Veldora and Tawny jump on top of him, and even Annabelle finally able to finish off MP.
Honestly, not too bad, unless they lose another member here, then it would be really awful. But considering that Blacklist International has been struggling to get in on these sites, especially to threaten their positions, I think this is one of the better outcomes. They just didn't win the 50-50 on the Lord take, but they're not going to lose too much for this.
And both sides actually end up with their Roam and EXP alive. Fist crack connects, but no damage to follow up on. Eventually, the Lord will crash in mid. Veldora a bit too deep there. Has to flicker out to safety to make sure he's not punished for that. And despite their best efforts, Black given free reign of the Land of Dawn. I mentioned before the game started that Evos can have messy gameplay, but when they're able to play these more comfort drafts, these default front to backs, and their opponent doesn't have the same tools they do, they become a different team entirely. They are very solid.
Yeah, they're looking pretty good right now. Hopefully they're able to take this Lord, or hold on.
Conceal comes in, Flicker, lands the Raging Sandstorm, Nikki blows up in an instant, and even Veldora, stopped by the Blade Surge, cannot follow up on Outplayed, misses the Fist Crack, but lands the ultimate. So Outplayed, gonna trade himself for the enemy Badang. Now Perxiva trying to buy some space for MP to get out, but Real World Manipulation comes in, and MP is stuck between a rock and a hard place. JM will trade one more, but he's the last one alive, and Clawkun just gonna chase him down with Void Crystal. Even the Oracle bought on the spot so that he's able to survive it in time because he knows Annabelle is pushing down the mid lane. Will he be able to recall in time? There's a minion wave. The Alpha is all alone in the base of Blacklist. The minion waves will spawn just in time. JM gonna be able to heal back up, and luckily, because of the minion waves, Annabelle not able to get a cheeky backdoor.
Football is here, and the Lord is going to end this game.
Blacklist, they've whittled it down to 70%, but the rest of Evos have come back in. Perxiva gonna get caught in. Raging Sandstorm lands on 2, pops the Immortality. Lord actually cleared up. Perxiva sacrifices himself for it, but the Fist Crack lands on JM Pinkman, and now the rest of Evos are wailing on him. Killing spree for Clawkun. The crystal is exposed. MP trying to stop them, but there's just too many as Evos Esports takes the final hit and the crystal to claim game 1. For them later, and I really don't like that.
Well, I think, you know, at least this time you gotta trust that Annabelle is able to create some space of his own. Same goes for Veldora, assuming he wins his lane. We don't expect Tawny to be the one going in every single time. I think he needs to save his ult for some really important moments. And this is where it gets really annoying, right? Because I think for Blacklist International, as much as we...
Ooh, JM Pinkman trying to take the duel. He actually wins it out with the vengeance. First blood to the Lucas. Do not underestimate that flash combo.
Yeah, why did Veldora purify? And second of all, they knew that the wave was about to collapse to hit his level 2 anyway, so a bit of...
Perxiva can survive the burst from Evos. If they can, Evos actually is quite cooldown dependent. Oh, hold on, JM trying to jump the backline, doing a lot of damage to both Clawkun and Veldora already. Vengeance used early on, still initiating with a flash combo. Will eventually be traded off. Zaman Force comes out, Annabelle trying to dash in, but not able to find the space. So MP gets the first turtle.
I think Mr. JM Pinkman was done dirty there. They told Blacklist International told him, hey, engage. All 3 members just working on the turtle. All this so that MP can get a lead onto Annabelle. So they sacrificed an EXP-sided lead just for MP.
Whether or not it's worth it, we'll find out. Electrifying Beats popped, Implosion as well. Will it be enough? No! I'm going to miss. And Perxiva sacrificed.
On 2-2 current score line with a 1.5k lead for Blacklist International, but they have first position over it. And with first position, it's really tough for Evos Esports to actually walk in for free unless Gatot.
AOG comes in, lands on 1, taunts JM under the tower, but Vengeance keeping him alive. Meanwhile, Outplayed on the back line, picks off Veldora. JM Pinkman gonna finally be traded away, but they lose Clawkun as well as Blacklist just dives Evos between their own towers. Double kill for MP.
Yep, worth it, worth it. I think JM Pinkman understood that he was basically dead.
Took very strong advantage of that. They're already setting up for this tier 2. AOG comes in, dodged entirely. Perxiva pushes Tawny back. Revitalize use Zaman Force as well. Ooh, Spear of Destruction does actually connect. Veldora chasing Perxiva down. The Conceal gonna allow Blacklist to get out quite easily. Now the Zaman Force re-engage on Tawny since he has no Revitalize. And JM Pinkman already targeting the backline. Instead, Nikki forced the back by the Evil Quelling. Oh, MP! This is the skill too! And so Nikki's able to walk out. Purify used on Veldora. At least he's able to get the mega kill on Veldora instead.
Oh, the movement, the movement. A little unfortunate. It's still a winning position for Blacklist International. They can afford these misses, right? They got a 6 so that Clawkun and even for Nikki to actually hit their item power spikes.
Will it be enough time though? Perxiva already scaring Clawkun away, not even committing the implosion there. Mid tier 2 is gone, Outplayed, just got Holy Crystal, so now this Harif is a major threat. We are 10 minutes in, Lord pushing, Evos, they only have their inhibitors left.
Oh, and they know for a fact that Clawkun, his Feathered Airstrike is going to take some time. It should be coming up in just a little bit here. They're gonna drop it down again, but it just does no damage.
And a beautiful two-man knockup on the Eternal Guard. Tawny gonna be sacrificed here, and Evos can't even get a trade. They only are able to clear out mid-wave. In the meantime, Annabelle in 1v1 against MP being chased across the map as the rest of Blacklist is wailing on the crystal. Annabelle will finally fall. MP will be able to come join his team. JM Pinkman ends up killing Nikki, and the rest of Evos will just follow suit. A flicker by Clockun desperately to survive, but the crystal is exposed, and Blacklist will even things up. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to a game 3.
Good stuff coming in from Blacklist International. You know, after taking advantage of Evos Esports' initial mistake, they just got the mobility. Does it matter too much against the foe? I guess not. Eventually, it will scale, and eventually, just like you can basically just one-shot the Harith given enough time. This is all right. Evos Esports is really risking it for the biscuit here, but it's about mid priority. If they can control mid, they can control the side waves. So good luck to them on this red side. They're going to play a more split push heavy style of play because again, in these team fights, I don't think Nikki's gonna get much value.
Well, engages with the blade surge, but Blacklist has more burst right now, and MP runs straight into the tower, picks up the first blood and the double kill on Evos before the 2-minute mark.
I'm gonna pause. I really hope he calls it before he loses more gold or EXP. But now for the very first turtle, next turtle of the map. Let's see how they're gonna play it out.
MP already on it. Oh, implosion on one. Perxiva focus specifically. Nikki jumps in. Veldora gets the kill. MP still gets the turtle though. RWM comes out, but Hachi's in the backline as the beast. And that's gonna be a double kill for Outplayed, as well as another 3 members of Evos picked off in quick succession. And Blacklist gets the turtle as well. Looking good right now. You can see that Evo is not even gonna try and contest the turtle because they know they just do not have control over the map right now. I think that was Implosion used up top. Yup, Sacred Hammer on JM. He is being surrounded 1v4. MP gets knocked off on 3 members into the Raging Sandstorm. And now the Salmon Force comes out, Outplayed with the killing spree. Punishing Veldora, getting a trade back for his fallen comrade. And even Nikki being chased away.
Oh my goodness.
Nikki trying to defend tier 2 mid all by himself, but Outplayed in the backline. Look at the damage. Not even Veldora able to stand up to him.
Yeah, it's pretty unwinnable right now. It's pretty unwinnable. The shielding will go down on the mid lane, but at least they can just start. Honestly, they can start sieging the bottom side of the map as quick as possible. They need to at least get 1 inhibitor off of this.
Ooh! JM Pinkman following up on the Veldora kill. Implosion completely whiffs as Haji just takes him out. All 5 members of Blacklist, they have their eyes on the prize right now. RWM comes out, tries to control them, but there's just no damage. There is no threat. Perxiva takes out Clockun in the backline and still buys space because he heals up more damage than Annabelle and Nikki can do together.
Yep, and at this point, second waves are going to be coming through. Veldora is going to get back up. Does he have... He died pretty early on. I wasn't sure how much of his ult charges didn't have his second or even third item. Maybe with a Wishing Lantern, possibly. You know, Divine Glaive would be kind of nice here. Now they're looking for the initial catch-up. Pinkman.
Implosion into Veldora. Nikki's coming in. RWM as well. Can they at least finish off Phobius? Yes, they will. But the rest of their team is now being dismantled as the Zaman Force just denies Clockun any attempt at escape. Nikki able to recall out. Connie buying some time. Veldora being electrifying, beat down by MP. Blade Surge going to miss, and now Annabelle in some trouble as well. But MP will decide to back off just a little bit here.
By himself in the first place. They gotta play for their objectives, look to close the game in the traditional way with the power of the Lord. Yes, Evos Esports' high ground is pretty decent, but if they can bait this fight here, they can do so much damage.
4 members of Evos in the top jungle, Nikki at the bottom. Sacred Hammer used defensively as Perxiva alone is enough to zone multiple members. Even Outplayed is willing to walk into the bush. Zaman Force drop down. They're targeting Veldora. Vengeance use. Implosion only catches 1. Great dodge by Outplayed. And the RWM comes in and in the back line. 2-man Raging Sandstorm flicker. Evos is completely locked down. And now Nikki is the only one left standing. JM will be assigned to make sure he cannot go home because Evos are about to send them there themselves. Blacklist International in full control. They're just gonna recall spam in front of the base. They know it is over. And even MP getting the godlike at the very end. Blacklist International take the victory and move on to the last chance qualifiers.
Great stuff coming in from Blacklist International. It's very clear what exactly they wanted to do with the team. More importantly, at least